Now let's talk about Amorim pattern of play.
Yeah.
I said I noticed a change in his pattern of play. And I noticed that we have pundits not talking about this, even though they saw it.
Yeah.
Now, if I can be corrected, guys, he is now doing a more direct pattern of play. Now, his goalkeeper sometimes play from the back, but most of the time shoot in for them to fight for the ball and hit on counter or hold on to the ball, press a little bit, then look for the counter. Like pure direct, and when you need to hold up play, is doing that. Now, his pattern is showing by the hold up play, sometimes they do. But all of a sudden, you just notice that there's this long ball. Let me give you this example of Casemiro in the last match, switch play all of a sudden. And I said, maybe that is the future of football, because I'm seeing even Guardiola, Arteta, and even this Barcelona coach, they are doing that now. Now all of a sudden, a game is going on, and there's a switch play to Yamal. All of a sudden, there's a dynamic. So this pattern of play, is it that Amorim went back on his words, or he just created a system mixed with the directness with his system?
I think, yes, it's the obvious approach to the games have changed.
Yeah.
But the reason now is very, very tricky, because it's in one way, I could just see it as this season is gone, this season is gone. Maybe I should just let these players feel comfortable with the way they want to play, and let's see if we can get the Europa League. But I know in the back of my mind, next season we get the right players for the profile. I think that's one way to look at it. Or secondly, maybe he has changed his philosophy totally to satisfy the players, which I feel would be a very dangerous decision, because we can see that we bought a ball-playing goalkeeper, for God's sake.
Oh, that guy is not a ball-playing. Please take.
I don't know about the statistics.
Spit it out, please.
I don't know about the statistics, but because I'm not a stats person, I believe the best way to watch football is with your eyes, not your stats. But I want to see, based on what I'm seeing, I don't think there's any player in My United squad this season that has a lot of lost possessions or losing the ball so much to the opposition than Andre Onana.
He did that so much.
Almost every ball is playing long is to the opposition.
Yeah.
We lose ball. So a major way we are losing ball is with the, in quotes, ball playing keeper that we have in Onana. So I've said it. We should look for an alternative. We should try and sell this guy. Let's get the future ball playing goalkeeper, or the future profile of keeper that will exist in the next 5 years. So it could be both of those two things. Maybe just saying, let him just enjoy himself. I know what I want to do. Maybe the board have promised me that I'm going to get maybe 7 players in the summer, and maybe I started working on those players. Let me just allow this ones to enjoy themselves. Because Casemiro will not be here. Eriksen will not be here. That's hopefully. Maybe the likes of Lindelof will not be here. Maybe the likes of Diallo might not be here. So let them just enjoy themselves, play long, play everything. That's one. Or it might have fallen to the trap that other managers have fallen into, is that he has allowed the team to decide the pattern, which I believe is a dangerous thing.
Now, talking about this pattern, Shegun, you notice that the best of Bruno is not showing.
Yeah, showing.
Now, to tell you that these players are addicted to direct football, which is not bad. I like direct
which
football.
Is not bad. It's something you should have in your locker.
It's something you should have, but in certain matches, it will be difficult.
Because reality does.
Now, let me just...
I know.
I'm just looking at something, Shegun. Against Arsenal, we remember the days of Ole and even Mourinho. Eat them on the counter. Defend the one goal and see what will happen.
Yeah, I think we did that against Arsenal also.
Yeah.
I said that our defense was
more, but we did that. And I think first leg this, we came out, but at one point we went back. So my thinking is it that we are going to see history repeat itself with Amorim now? Because a lot of people are saying 3 at the back, but kind of loud. When we are defending, it's 5 at the back.
But I think I said it it's a pattern of shadows. I think there was an episode we did 5 things we did where it says a pattern of shadows. What you think you are seeing is not what you are seeing.
Exactly.
If you think we are playing 3 at the back, we're not playing 3 at the back, we're playing 5 at the back.
5.
Because the wing backs are not. I know when Dogu comes in, it's a different dynamic. In terms of Dogu does the job, but the likes of Diallo, the likes of sometimes you don't see Diallo pushing. Sometimes you think you are playing with 2 inside forwards, 2 number 10s, but the reality is you are playing with wingers. You are playing with wingers. So I know, but also I know that the players that we have currently they don't have the technical ability to play the way Amorim wants to play. So my focus is on this playing pattern is let's see what they do in the summer, and then we can come back and analyze if Amorim has lost his way, or if he is now trying to let the season go and start up a new structure.
Now about Zirkzee have been awesome in this period. And I noticed even when we are losing, there are some touches I do, but now it's as if he's finding comfort in doing some things. Is it all bound to the pattern or the extra training they said he's doing?
I think the pattern is still the pattern, because for Zirkzee it doesn't really change in terms of Zirkzee is not playing long ball. He's still the same old Zirkzee. But I think it could also be because of position, because now I think they have nailed this role.
It's number 10 role.
It's number 10 role. I think, and we said that 9.5, 10. So he's not a striker. He's not. So I think we need a striker. That's one thing.
I know.
But for Zirkzee, I believe he's playing many games, and the more you play through the pain barrier. The more your lungs expand, the more you are able to cover more minutes, cover more ground. Because I think when I watch him, I'm like, this guy is gradually having the stamina to
play in the Premiership
and to sustain that energy and that intensity for long. And he also sometimes in matches look as if he has increased speed.
But
it's not necessarily speed per se. It's just that, it's just like when someone
there's
adaptability. I think that what comes up with the game. But I just think Zirkzee is a player that is good for a finished team.
And that's why I think a player like Zirkzee, we can still hold on to him.
Let's see next year.
He reminds us like player like
Berbatov.
But Berbatov is more technical though.
Berbatov is better.
But I think if he continues this way, there's a future for him because he's an icing on the cake. Start Zirkzee in your team. And I noticed something is, I don't know, my thinking, I am thinking that Amorim told him, if you lose the ball, no worries. We have Ugarte, Bruno, the Wakale that will get the ball.
I think he helps him because a kind of skillful player like that likes to take a lot of risk. You don't want him to be afraid of losing the ball. You want him to say, do what you want to do your magic. Players behind you. So I think it helps. But I think what I want from him, definitely there are improvements in his game. But I want those improvements to turn to assists.
I love assists.
First of all, assists before we can talk about few goals. I want them to be assists. I want that his movements also replicates himself in final passes to strikers to score goals. Good final passes to striker, because for me, the way I see it, Bruno Fernandes is not in 10 again. And that's what I've always said on the podcast.
He's not 10.
He's better with his tendencies. Deep. He needs to play deep. Deep collect onto deep. He's deep. So deep is falling onto him.
So anytime we are attacking, he can help us overload the forward line. So he's the workaholic.
I believe if I was to coach Bruno Fernandes, what I'll be doing currently now is to show him post-coach clips.
That's
how you do it. This thing, you are playing now as the conductor, or you are the one now orchestrating play now. What you do is, this is the whole pitch. Understand when to do transition from here to there. Understand when to hold it. Understand when your mode of counter-attack is short, when it is long. Understand these things. It would be nice to coach Bruno Fernandes. I believe I can do it, really. I believe that if he's very humble, I believe I can do it. Because if you watch post-coach, this is how Postcode does it. If you see that a player on that end is terrorizing the defender,
he just slice the pass.
Just keep giving him. As a conductor, know how to punish teams. Because the likes of Postcode know how to punish teams. Nani is doing damage there. Keep giving Nani. And give Nani the ball when there is a space between him and the fullback. So let the play be here so that the fullback goes compact. When you see there's an adequate space and you see Nani throw ball, do it. if you do it 7 times with good wingers,
magic will happen.
Magic will happen. So Bruno Fernandes, I'm open to be your.
Yeah, it is fantastic, and I love the fact that with it's let me say it's quite demoralizing that Bruno wasn't in the era whereby he can win trophies. I'm telling you.
I think
it will have been awesome under Ferguson.
Yeah, I think Bruno
he came the wrong era.
Bruno was better than Anderson.
Fletcher
was better than Fletcher.
In fact, Carrick.
No, Bruno is not as intelligent.
You, but really,
Bruno is not as intelligent.
I'm telling you, if Bruno was in Manchester United team,
but if Bruno had Scholes and Carrick behind him,
oh God.
Imagine Bruno and a prime Ronaldo. With those long balls. With those long balls. Or Nani.
Oh God.
Have been terrible.
Oh, it would have been awesome. But
wrong generation.
He's a good player. He came at the wrong time. But I know that if Bruno still have 5 years to give us, if possible.
I hope so, because of the output, the energy output is still high.
Yeah.
So who knows?
So maybe
and it doesn't get injured.
We end up getting to the new stadium.
Yeah, in one form or the other.
In one form, maybe on the bench or as a leader. One way or the other, we get to the bench.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if Madrid or that team is not knocking.
that time has passed.
Okay. Shegun, one more player we need to talk about and the amazing progress is Garnacho and Hojlund. You can see.
I think Hojlund is just recently now.
But we just have to there's this
body
language you see now that right now, before we do complain that Hojlund doesn't anticipate ball. But right now he's doing that.
Yeah, he's doing that. For a striker, really, the key to confidence in a striker is to score goals.
Yeah.
The more they score goals, the more they think they are better, and the more they are.
Maybe a bit of assist here and there can also help too.
Yes, but I think majorly goals. When you score goals, it just gives you that confidence that I'm good. And automatically you begin to see the confidence. So it's good.
What about Garnacho? Garnacho coming from the right.
I think it was a good one because Garnacho has some tendencies, some bad habits.
Always cut
and shoot. And I think
from the left,
you need to get better. But I think the reality of putting him in the right limits him.
Shooting unnecessarily. Now he now produces assist.
Yeah. So I think it's a good decision. I hope he does stay there at the end of the season. Let him just play there.